Welcome back to Ask Me About the Bible, where we delve into the scriptures to uncover profound truths and explore their relevance to our lives today. In this episode, we'll be examining one of the most enigmatic and controversial concepts in biblical prophecy, the Abomination of Desolation. What does the Bible say about this mysterious event? And how do modern scholars interpret its potential significance? Stay tuned as we explore these questions and more. What is the Abomination of Desolation according to the Bible? The concept of the Abomination of Desolation is a deeply significant element in biblical eschatology, appearing primarily in the books of Daniel and the Gospels of Matthew and Mark. It is often linked to pivotal end times events and is a subject of considerable debate among theologians and scholars. Biblical references to the Abomination of Desolation. The term Abomination of Desolation first appears in the book of Daniel, where it is mentioned 3 times: Daniel 9:27, 11:31, 12:11. The prophet Daniel speaks of a future event in which an abominable act will cause the desolation of a sacred place, specifically the temple in Jerusalem. Daniel 9:27, ESV. And he shall make a strong covenant with many for 1 week, and for half of the week he shall put an end to sacrifice and offering. And on the wing of abominations shall come one who makes desolate, until the decreed end is poured out on the desolator. Daniel 11:31, ESV. Forces from him shall appear and profane the temple and fortress, and shall take away the regular burnt offering, and they shall set up the abomination that makes desolate. Daniel 12:11, ESV. And from the time that the regular burnt offering is taken away, and the abomination that makes desolate is set up, there shall be 1,290 days. In these passages, Daniel foretells a time when the temple will be desecrated by a sacrilegious act, often interpreted as an idolatrous image or a blasphemous sacrifice. The New Testament further elaborates on this prophecy. Jesus Christ refers to the Abomination of Desolation in the Olivet Discourse, recorded in the Gospels of Matthew and Mark. Matthew 24:15, ESV. So when you see the Abomination of Desolation spoken of by the prophet Daniel, standing in the holy place, let the reader understand. Mark 13:14, ESV. But when you see the Abomination of Desolation standing where it ought not to be, let the reader understand. Then let those who are in Judea flee to the mountains. Here, Jesus warns of a future event that will signal the onset of great tribulation, urging his followers to recognize and respond swiftly to this sign. Historical and prophetic interpretations. Historically, many scholars have linked the Abomination of Desolation to events surrounding the desecration of the Second Temple. One prominent interpretation ties it to the actions of Antiochus IV Epiphanes, a Hellenistic Greek king of the Seleucid Empire, who in 167 BC erected an altar to Zeus in the Jewish temple and sacrificed a pig, an unclean animal according to Jewish law. This act is seen as a direct fulfillment of Daniel's prophecy and is a significant moment in Jewish history, commemorated by the festival of Hanukkah. Another interpretation connects the Abomination of Desolation to the destruction of the Second Temple by the Romans in 70 AD. Some scholars believe that Jesus' warning in the Gospels refers to this event, with the Roman army's presence in the temple being viewed as the desolating sacrilege. Modern theories and interpretations. While historical events provide context for understanding the Abomination of Desolation, modern interpretations often focus on its eschatological significance, particularly in relation to the end times. One prevalent theory among dispensationalist theologians is that the Abomination of Desolation will occur in a future rebuilt temple in Jerusalem. According to this view, a political or religious leader, often identified with the Antichrist, will desecrate the temple by placing an idolatrous image in the Holy of Holies, or by ceasing the sacrificial system, triggering the Great Tribulation. Another perspective suggests that the Abomination of Desolation could be symbolic rather than a literal event. This interpretation posits that the prophecy could refer to a broader apostasy, or the establishment of a global anti-Christian system, where the true worship of God is replaced by false religion or secularism. In this view, the temple represents not just a physical structure, but the broader body of believers or a spiritual sanctuary. Some contemporary theologians also consider the possibility that the Abomination of Desolation could be connected to modern technological advancements or global political movements that seek to undermine or replace traditional Christian beliefs and practices. For example, the rise of artificial intelligence or transhumanism is sometimes speculated to be the fulfillment of this prophecy, as these could represent a significant shift in human identity and religious understanding. Conclusion: the Abomination of Desolation remains one of the most intriguing and debated topics in biblical prophecy, whether viewed as a historical event, a future occurrence, or a symbolic representation of apostasy. It serves as a powerful reminder of the conflict between the sacred and the profane. As we continue to observe global developments, this prophecy encourages believers to remain vigilant and discerning. Thank you for joining me on Ask Me About the Bible, as we explored the fascinating and complex topic of the Abomination of Desolation. If you found this discussion insightful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more deep dives into biblical prophecy and theology. And as always, if you have any questions or topics you'd like us to cover, feel free to leave a comment below. Until next time, keep searching the scriptures and seeking the truth.